where I do lifestyle content and just keep you guys positive and help create more peaceful people in the world through one good choice at a time. All right. So like, comment, share, subscribe. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm happy to have you. Right now, I'm gonna teach you about how to speak up for yourself. Okay, how are we gonna go about that? I want to place you guys somewhere, but I'll hold you. The way I can best describe speaking up for yourself. So if you were on live with me yesterday, we talked a little bit about how I lost my sister about 4 years ago, and today I had to go to work, and I wanted, I really, really wanted to stay, but that was like the people pleasing part of myself, right? I gotta stay. I don't want to stay, but the right thing to do is to stay. But who said that's the right thing, right? So I like sat in my office. I really tried to go through the day without crying. And I cried in my car, I cried on the phone with my baby sister, but like not like ah, but like more or less like, okay, how, if I'm literally leaking and I'm not in motion, how do I get through this day? Like, you know, when you're just sad and you just, the tears are flowing. I can't sit in a meeting and I'm crying. I just can't. I just can't. So I went in my office, I closed my door, and I have certain benchmarks that I have to hit every day before I leave. So what I did versus just like, oh, I can't go to work today, I was like, let me hit my benchmarks, right? Did that, and then let me go home as soon as I'm done. I'll catch up on anything I need, that I missed or need to know, tomorrow, but today I need to get myself together. Now this isn't just about me, I'm speaking to you guys as well, that like if you're having difficulty in your day and you feel like taking time for yourself is taking away from your job, you need you to have a good day. That job needs you, or business or your career. You need to be your best self in order to participate, in order to contribute. You're honestly taken away if you're not able to contribute clearly, right? So I think it's very important that you honor yourself through speaking up and letting people know. And so versus waiting for someone to look at you and say, are you okay? Just in that moment, say, hey, right now, it's not my best day. Tomorrow will be better, but I'm going to take a step back. Do not ask for permission, right? You need to just let people know, I need space from the building, this business, these conversations, this topic. Obviously, you're not going to list it off like that, but that's why you need space, right? And I'm okay, but I'm not okay. But at the same time, I think this is a perfect moment to share with people how to clearly and calmly advocate for yourself. I didn't do a huge to-do. I didn't make a scene. You know, I didn't say, I gotta go home, my heart hurts. No, you just talk to people and let them know. Like, hey, today's a hard day for me. I got a lot of big feelings. Like if you're talking to kids, I got big feelings today and I'm gonna go home to work on that, okay? And, oh, you guys are so nice. There's not, I mean, there's something wrong, but at the same time, it's not something that can be repaired, right? So there's that. So when it comes to moments like that, I came home and now I'm like, okay, let me just use this time to get myself together. I've heard the saying, work harder on yourself than you do on any job, right? So if you know that today I need to work on self, like when I tell you that I'm just like everyone else, I mean it. My house was literally reflecting my mind. I had to take this moment for myself because when I say my house was in so much disarray, I mean clothes everywhere, every dish used. And I'm not normally that person, right? Bathroom needs to be clean. Like my shower curtain, not the curtain, but like the screen part fell down. I haven't even put it up. I just been moving it around because this whole week is just like, why even bother? But that's not a good attitude to have. And I found myself about to bring that in. Name a car. Aston Martin, baby. But anyways, there was a reason for me talking about this today, let me bring it back together. Basically, if you have a hard day and you need to go home, go home. You do not need a permission slip. You do not need a cosign. You do not need someone to say, yeah, that's a good idea. I think you should go home. You should just go home. And right now, I kind of took a little rest. I laid down and did nothing. I talked to one of my friends. He was really helpful. He just sat on the phone with me while I was cleaning. And now I'm about to like finish cleaning up my house because he's going to come by and spend time with me. So that way I'm not alone today. Because if you have good friends, they're going to want to be with you, especially during your tough times. And if you feel like you can't communicate that you're going through a tough time with your friend, you might need to get some new friends, peeps. You might need to get some new friends. And that's, you know? And then I would say take your time when it gets to like figuring out your emotions. A lot of times you don't know what you want or need until you like sit still. So like even when I came home today, aw, you're so sweet. So like when I came home, I'm so used to like the routine. Go to work, drop kid off, come home, get out car, go upstairs. You almost feel like you don't have a choice when you build this routine for yourself, right? And then I was like, okay, what do I do next, God? Like literally it was just like, what do I do next? And then there are some other really important things that I'm working on in my life that completely like, I don't know, somehow fell to the back. And it was like, go to these places right now. So then I went to the places. There were peaceful people. We are peaceful people here, right? So I feel like when you're a peaceful person, God will connect you to other peaceful people. If you are a chaotic person, oh my gosh, I'm like literally ready to break into tears behind this. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. If you are a peaceful person, that does not negate bad things won't happen, but you'll have other peaceful people to support you, right? If you are a negative person, you will be attracting negativity. You will not know how to process your feelings, your emotions, or anything. So it's best that you do your best to be a peaceful person so that way God puts you in alignment with other peaceful people to assist you. Again, that does not mean that you'll be without trouble, without problems, but you'll have the right people and tools beside you to navigate them because there's lessons for you to learn along the way. So when I was sitting in my car, there was this lady who was waiting for me at my destination that I didn't even plan to go to. And when I went there, she was so kind. Talked to her about what was going on, not what's going on with me internally, but like the topic at hand. Discussed that, gave me tools, all the things. And I didn't even plan to go there in person. So this lady who I think was the best person for me to talk to, like gave me the answers that I needed to help me get more solutions on that part of my life, right? So I'm saying, and she was peaceful, she was calm, she was understanding. There was an alignment there. You kind of know when your people are your people. And I'm not talking about complexion or hues or colors or races or ethnicities. I mean, you know when you're in connection with another peaceful person, like, oh, yay, this part of the day will go by easy is when you come across other people. And a lot of times too, even if you come across another peaceful person, that doesn't mean that they always have the answer or the solution, but the interaction is peaceful, the communication is clear, the temperature, the pace of the conversation is calm, you don't feel rushed. You know that person wants you to understand and hear and receive. They're not listening to respond, they're listening to understand. There's not a lot of people like that you deal with on a day-to-day basis across the board. I don't care what industry you're talking about. So it's like when you're able to connect and then you do that multiple times, you'll be like, dang, there's so many peaceful people in the world. There's so many kind people around. And then when you see people around you who have opposite interactions, pay attention. Most of the time, they have usually those kind of interactions. It's like, dang, everybody's rude to you everywhere you go. Dang, every time you go outside something's going on. Like that's not just by chance. It's their attitude sucks, I guarantee you, right? So I'm gonna bring it all back around. bringing it all back around. The wraparound. So the wraparound is today I picked myself and I made myself a priority. And that felt nice. And I did not feel guilty about it. That's the other part too. You cannot feel guilty about choosing yourself, because who else will choose you other than God? Right? So there's no guarantees. So in that aspect, you have to always show up for yourself. You always have to be your primary advocate. You cannot wait for someone to see what's wrong with you. If you know you're not 100% and you need time for yourself to get yourself together, to get back into and lock in, but lock in with yourself first before you lock in with anyone else. Like, I would have been no good. I would have been irritable. I would have been aggravated, irritated, and then it would just give a whole different vibe where it's like Simone's not like herself today. And it's like I'm not like myself today, right? And then so I'm glad that you were able to hear that today. If you needed to hear that, I'm glad that you're able to hear that. And I'm sorry, my hands are shaky because I'm like really emotional right now. And emotional does not necessarily mean bad, but I do have a lot of big feelings in me right now. And I'm really grateful that you guys decided to spend some time with me. I stream daily, and my content is usually like skincare routines and makeup and stuff like that, because I'm a licensed esthetician and a massage therapist, so I work in beauty. So my job is to make people feel good, to pamper people, make people feel relaxed. So like, I mean what I say. I was not feeling relaxed. I was not feeling peaceful. It's quite literally a little war in my brain right now. The peaceful person's winning. The peaceful part of me is winning the little war I'm having in my head. The other side is saying, like, give up, go to sleep, fuck it, don't care. But the peaceful part of me is like, no, you have someone who's watching you. And we talked about that this morning too. If you were on live with me this morning, like, do your very best to like handle any and all situations. Show up kind, patient, and clear, because you don't know who's watching you. There's children who are looking up to you, and they don't even have to be your kids. There's someone in your atmosphere who's watching how you handle problems, how you look for solutions, how you're triggered, what is considered triggered. Kids don't even realize like that they're choosing your actions as a default setting in the future, right? And I didn't get to see that until I became a parent, so that's why I'm sharing it with you. Like, if you have nieces, nephews, cousins, even by distance, they're paying attention to the dynamic you share with them. If you don't have, I don't know how to describe it. I'm kind of I'm like jumping topics, but it's all relevant. If you have children in your atmosphere, grandchildren, kids, nieces, nephews, little boys, little girls, like if you work around kids, if kids are in your world or around you in any aspect, they are watching you. They mimic you, especially if they have any kind of connection with you. You don't even actually have to be a family member, but if you're like a person that they see, that they like, that they want to assume, like, oh, I want to be like you when I grow up. I want to be a pediatrician. Oh, I want to be like you. I want to be a baseball player. So they're paying attention to these individuals to like figure out how to navigate life, these little kids. And that's how people are made. People are made. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Okay, so your uncle, they're going to be watching you, how you problem solve, how you interact with their parents, what makes a good conversation good, what makes a bad conversation bad. How do you say goodbye? How do you show love? How do you reflect love? How do you reflect kindness? They're watching all those little itty bitty things, which is very important to be like a positive role model. And so it's not just for them, but ultimately with yourself. And then by proxy, you're setting out good habits in the world. You're setting out good examples in the world. Even when things don't go your way, even when things don't go your way. Yeah, I'm getting a little too sad now, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm enjoying, but I'm not gonna be crying on live. But yeah, so I'm saying all that to say I have a daughter who's watching me, and I'm currently dealing with one of the hardest things I ever had to deal with, and I've been dealing with it for years. And I'm just hoping I'm showing my daughter a great example on how to handle big feelings, right? Because big feelings are hard to navigate even for big people, especially if you didn't get the tools as a kid. So it's like I acquired those tools as an adult, and I'm just here to share them with you guys because I know a lot of our parents sucked. They did, and they didn't have the tools to share with us to navigate our emotions, how to communicate when you need therapy, all the little things. But yeah. Well, if you're in a group home, like, allow people to see you operate to your best capacity. Like, get up early, have good hygiene, have good habits. If you don't want to talk to people, find the right words to communicate. Like, right now is the time I would rather have time with myself, but I'll spend time with you later. Like, finding the words and the tools to, like, navigate throughout the day. You know? I didn't live in a group home, but I stayed in transitional housing before when I was younger due to my own personal choices. So I get the environment. I could see that. I could totally see that. But that's another topic for another time. I hope you guys enjoy spending time with me. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go live later on, so look out for that. Probably between like 6 and 8. My name's Simone Elise. And yeah. Jesus loves you. Until next time.